Fast spin, what is it called? Shouting out to my TeamSpeak settings. But here we go. Maps have been chosen pretty quickly. We've got Bodvar versus Asuri. Exo versus Tybo. Let's go. Winners
Bring
finals.
it to Mammoth Fortress.
Mammoth Fortress. No weapon spawning immediately. Both players opting for unarmed neutral, but not landing anything. Whew.
Tybo interrupting weapon throw with the sidelight.
Yeah, he charged that bomb for quite a while.
Exo going for that stomp combo to try and set off a chain, but Tybo's mining his spacing and keeping the pressure on with those fast sword
Picks up the mine, covers the ground in front of him, picks up the hammer. Tybo going for the down airs with the sword to be able to cover all options, but he goes for a
the
grave
gravity
cancel.
cancel neutral, ends up being able to get a D-light off it.
There you go. Uses the side air to hit him into the side of the stage.
Hesitant to go off stage against Exo's hammer.
Ooh. Both players finding their side lights and their side airs, but gets that downer to hit him off the stage. Chasing him down. Is he going to be able to make it back?
The amazing off-stage game from these guys.
Tybo
getting the first stock.
Yeah, Tybo managing to scare Exo off just far enough to where he knew that he wouldn't be able to get back onto the stage without losing a stock. He was able to get some damage in with the neutral light, but that's about it. One's with the cat towers that gets the damage off, but Asuri right now is in the red. It's only going to take one well-placed signature from Exo.
Runs into the neutral sig from Exo and just loses the stock.
Yep.
Doesn't do too much damage beforehand either.
He wasn't really able to get in. Exo had complete control over the stock and says, listen, that offstage thing was just a fluke. Let me show you how it's really done. He takes his sword and he keeps Tybo off the side of the stage.
He goes for the ground pound, eats 3 neutral airs from Tybo.
Excellent neutral air spacing. Both players just opting for these neutral light spacings on the ground, trying to see who can get caught by what first. Goes to gravy cancel.
D-light, but Exo not going off and running into it.
Just a flurry of sword swings right now. Both players just trying to see who they can catch first. Tybo spaces himself slightly better. He gets the D-light in the side air and sends Exo off the stage. Is he going to go for the ground pound? No.
Tybo getting the side air. Gets another stock. I can really see Tybo. I can see the dexterity from Asuri compared to Bodvar.
Absolutely, especially when it's in the sword versus sword ditto. Both players aren't really even opting for signatures. It's just a battle of light attacks. Exo picking up the hammer, tossing the sign, and goes for the bomb. Misses, picks up the sword.
Deep yellow. Pushing the orange from Tybo.
He's finding difficulty getting in with anything right now. Tybo lands with a neutral.
Goes for the D-stick, gets punished.
Goes for the weapon toss. Probably went for some unarmed follow-up, but looked like a misinput. Goes for the downer to try to see if we can get him off the stage.
Tybo trying to stretch his stock.
Showing off. Shows off with that ledge cancel to get his jumps back, but then it just gets up down aired off the bottom of the map. But Exo's taking quite a bit of damage here. Can he find the sword strings necessary to possibly make a comeback in this game? Ooh, barely misses with the recovery. Excellent punish.
Goes for the side stick, gets punished.
Exo's constantly putting out a wall of attacks in front of him to make sure that Tybo will never be able to approach directly on the ground.
Tybo finding the sword and the air neutral. Goes for the down stick, gets punished. He's not going to be able to close out with those signatures.
Goes for the ground pound.
On the
but excellent neutral air coverage. Exo's bringing this back in a sense. He's not letting Tybo find any impactful moves onto it. But there's the side air. Tosses the weapon as well.
Slip. Goes for the ground pound, gets hit by the fist recovery.
Exo being very mindful of the options that his opponent is taking.
Tybo trying to figure out how to go in against this hammer, not wanting to get hit by that recovery.
Whoa! Tybo finally reaches out, but he catches him with the recovery, goes to the ground pound, barely misses.
Tybo catches the ground pound. First match.
Ends the stock. Nearly clutched by Exo. I'd say that Tybo had control of that entire game up until the very end, where he almost was able to pull it out. But game 1 goes to Tybo.
Players both ready to go to game 2. Kings and Thunder band out, taking him to the Great Hall.
I didn't even have enough time to, press the next button. We're immediately going into the next match. Game 1, Tybo, onto the Great Hall. Let's see if they both opt to go for that top center stage on that platform. No, both going for the bottom. Asuri finds his weapon first, Exo finds his weapon immediately afterwards, and now we're into the match.
Tybo, the first one to get some damage on. Deep yellow again for Exo. Tybo incredibly good at getting his momentum going at the start of the game. Interrupted.
Yeah, Exo finally finding his ground. Tybo going for a signature. Every time he's gone for those signatures, it's just led to Exo being able to get an insane punish off. I think he's going to be seeing less and less of that throughout the rest of this match. Goes for a neutral air. Ooh!
Ooh, misses the side, so he gets punished and build.
A hard read from Exo, but it didn't pay off. Ended up getting a side sig of his own into his face and sending him off the side of the stage. Hits him with a neutral air into the top of the stage, however. Tybo opting to go underneath the map, showing off right now with his ledge cancels.
I don't think he's showing off. I think he's just trying to keep Exo from reading him.
Well, I'm impressed. Regardless. Neutral light into recovery. Doesn't end up getting the follow-up. Exo right now
going for those side sigs.
Trying to find a D-light into a side air. There's the side sig.
And he finds it.
That was a good read that time. I feel like it was the same read that he tried to do earlier, only this time Tybo was actually able to go in with an attack to get punished, unlike before. But Exo's in the orange. Can he find the correct sword strings to be able to get Asuri back into a level where the match is even? Both players opting for these neutralites right now.
Dangerously close with their downlights. Tybo manages to hit it down air. Exo picks up another sword.
Both players just struggling to find a way into the neutral, but Tybo finds the side air. Sends Exo off the map. Is he going to go for a ground pound? No, instead gets caught by a neutral air. Ooh. Ground pound into side air, but Exo ends up tossing his weapon. Tybo's low. This could be the stock.
Instead of the D air, he might get punished for that.
But misses the ground pound, but gets the recovery barely back on the stage. Both players are just hanging on the side of the map right now. But he gets the unarmed combo.
There's the bomb trying to cover some landings. Exo gets back on stage, looks to kill Tybo with a recovery.
Oh, but an excellent neutral air into the weapon throw follow-up ends the stock. Let's see if we can see some interesting hammer combos from Exo here. Not seeing
Tybo
it
did
quite
a
yet.
good job of avoiding those recoveries. Punishes the down sig.
Oh my gosh. Is he gone? No, he still has his jumps. He was carrying him along that entire time without wasting a single jump. That was an insane coverage of this offstage game. Exo only in the yellow, however. Exo still has the opportunity to end his stock really early. And there's the downlight into down air. Ending that really quickly. Only in the yellow. He just needs to find another follow-up. Probably with a side air, a side light, or a downlight. Goes for the disco after the gravy ball. Gravy ball?
Gravy ball, you're disco. Downlight and the side air coming out of Exo. He's trying to work the stock. He might still have a chance.
Yeah, playing dangerously below the stage right now. I don't think that's where he wants to be, even if he is confident with his offstage game. Both players just opting not to be in the center.
I feel like Tybo is just too good with those cat airs on the offstage to be played with Exo's sword.
But when he tosses them away, are we so sure? But barely clips the recovery.
Almost takes him down. Goes for the ground pound. Exo goes for the gravity cancel.
The gravity cancel neutral sig.
Tybo falls short.
That was insane.
Amazing.
He barely clips him with the bottom of the hitbox as Asuri tries to punish him, and he gets clipped. He gets jimped out of all of his jumps. He can't make it back on the stage. Game 2 goes to Exo. That was excellent.
Exo a little bit surprised himself.
I don't think he expected. I don't want to look at the chat, but that because I want to say that was intentional because that was beautiful.
Blackguard and Kang's banned from Exo.
Game 3, no character changes. Did we see what map they decide on? At this point, I don't really think it matters. Twilight. All right, we're gonna definitely see some stage shenanigans this time. The winner of this match decides who moves on to grand finals. The loser.
Tybo getting in with the unarmed.
Finds the hammer, tosses it in, but doesn't get any follow-up. Both people going for
loses it. Tybo finds the Katars.
Nobody opting for that bomb on the side. Nobody wants to deal with that. Tybo's got the Katars, but X was perfectly fine with contesting that with his unarmed ability.
Tybo trying to clip with the end of that down air. Manages to get him.
Ooh, excellent neutral air coverage right now.
Stage. Dangerous game, though.
Asuri chasing Exo off to the edge of the world and finds the ground pound. I don't think he can come back.
Pound, weapon throw, ready to follow up with the unarmed ground pound. Gets the first stock.
I do not know many players who would be willing to go that deep to chase somebody off the map. That was impressive. Finds the recovery onto Exo right now. Asuri's barely taking any damage.
Very graceful air game coming out from Tybo right now.
Goes for a side sig and it just gets punished. Honestly, I'm not even sure why he's going for it. He wasn't going to be able to get a stock. Another side sig. Asuri responding with his own. Literally just spamming side signatures right now. I don't think it's working very well for him. I think he's taking more damage than he's dealing out. But there's one that finally lands, hits him into the stage hazard of Twilight. Is he going to be able to get another?
Trying to change up his gameplay, but it might not be what he needs.
I think we just saw a consecutive 7 side signatures from Bodvar here.
I lost count after 3.
Oh, I think that's the... If there is one signature that's very bad in this game, it is the one that Tybo just chose to use, and it ended with him losing his stock. But it was cool to see.
I love that Asuri MP3.
Yeah.
And Shum Rhymes, G. Goes for the ground pound, doesn't connect.
Yeah, Tybo respecting his jumps very well. But ends up getting hit into the stage hazard on the side of the stage. Asuri chasing him off, but he could be hit by some down airs. Just a ground pound. Is he going to continue to attack? No, manages to make it back on the stage.
Tybo choosing to play the island. Gets back in the center stage and hits him with a neutral air.
And that kills him off the top. A solid stock lead with Tybo right now. Exo's going to need to pull out a miracle right now. Will he be able to find that miracle in that spike ball? No, instead he goes for the hammer. I think at this point, as much as the offstage game is terrifying, he needs to opt for that, because if he can win in it, he'll be able to close out Tybo's stock pretty soon. Optiming off stage right now. Asuri follows him after.
Trying to bait out the recovery. Catches the down air. Does have Tybo in yellow. If he can get a sword string, he can probably carry him off stage.
Goes for a neutral sig punish, but it misses. Asuri right now is really having a lot of difficulty getting in. Tybo's not letting himself get his punish, but there's the recovery attacks. A second recovery. Goes for this.
I don't think Tybo's having difficulty getting in. I think he's having difficulty getting in without taking any damage.
Yeah.
Still giving EXO the respect that he deserves.
I guess Tybo underestimated the amount of jumps that he had. Whatever it is, the stock ends up being closed out. We're back to 1-1. Both players have the sword and they're fighting it off in the neutral once again. EXO ends up landing his neutral lights. A downland to side air once again. Is he going to get more follow-up?
Almost bringing Asuri to orange here.
His neutral light spacing is on point right now. He's not letting Tybo be able to get back on the stage. But there he goes. Tybo's got center. Is he going to be able to get in? No. Ends up getting hit by a D-light side air of his own. Another neutral light. This is dangerous. Tybo is taking too much damage.
It's the downlight.
Both players are in the red knight now, but he goes for really risky side sig.
Gets disarmed. Finds the Katars.
Is that the cider that ends the game? It is. EXO takes it 2-1.